new projects, new content, just new what do you call it? New lanes. I think what we want to really do is start showing everyone the the universe, the DPR universe, a little bit more in detail for the fans. So 약간 이거 뭐라 해야 되지? 약간 그 세계관을 좀 더 저희가 더 뚜렷하게 약간 보여주려고 해요. 그래서 그거에 관한 콘텐츠가 되게 많이 나올 거예요. 그러니까 그게 앨범뿐만 아니라 그냥 유튜브 콘텐츠 같은 것도 많이 나오고 그리고
많이 기다리고
네,
있어요.
맞아요.
진짜
저희
너무 좋아요.
해석도 언젠가 나와주기를 기다리고 있거든요. 해석.
Yes, soon, very soon. 그거
Oh my
yeah.
god.
So yeah, because we're preparing that for so long. It's gonna come out soon, and I think we're going through a whole system where DPR is constantly trying to come up with different types of ways to let the dreamers and everyone be more involved in our universe. So first of all, I think the next album for me, 다음 앨범, 예, 왔다 갔다 하면서 할게요, 이렇게. So the next album, it's a lot of people think it's Mitre 3, but it's if I 이 얘기를 해도 되나 잠깐. It's
해주세요.
해주세요.
So it's not. So Mitre, I believe Mitre to be like the main storyline 1, 2, 3. 사실 I didn't release part 2 yet, but 이제 파트 2를 안 내긴 했지만 그게 나중에 이제 나올 거예요. 근데 but the part 2 is gonna come out later. However, this next album is a deep dive into a different character. Not different, but into Insanity's world. So it's going to be very, like, if you saw Mitre's world, when you see Insanity's world, it's a different, very 어떻게 설명해야 되죠? it's just gonna be eccentric. I don't know how to explain it. Insanity's concept, Insanity's color and genre, it's all gonna be a little different from Mitre, but yeah, it'll be very interesting because you'll see how Insanity created Mitre. 그러니까 세계관에서는 그 인세니티라는 자가 마이토를 만들었어요. 원래는. 그러니까 마이토를 뭐라 해야 되죠? 그러니까
창조자?
네, 약간 인세니티가 신이면 이 세계관에선 그 많은 이안들부터 만들어가지고 뭐 So Beautiful, No Blueberries, Scaredy Cat. Yeah, but he made Mitre, so you're gonna see where Mitre came from. 어디서 왔는지를 볼 거예요. It's a lot. I'm kind of spoiling a little bit, but yeah, it's Insanity's album. Hence, that's why I think I want to do my albums in a spectrum. So Mitre is white. Oh, white 아직 white hasn't come out yet, but black, red, and it goes to white. But you have the sub stories. So so for example, if you have the main quest in a game, and then you have the side quests, I think all these side quest side EPs, I'm gonna make an off branch, but it's gonna still be part of the story. So it should be very interesting. 혹시 다 이해했나요?
네네네.
마음으로 이해해 주는
다.
거.
네.
저희
그
Thank you so much
그리고
for saying this, though.
yeah, sorry.
Thank you so much for saying this.
Oh no, absolutely. I know we're not very active. 근데 그러니까 저희가 되게 활동적이지 않잖아요. 근데 그게 이제 곧 바뀔 것 같아요. That's gonna change soon. So
We're really excited.
너무 기대되는데?
yeah. So
What?
I think one of the things that I wanted to change in DPR this year is I definitely wanted to be involved with a lot of events with fans, and I want to do a lot more together, if that makes sense, and want to give more content to the dreamers. And I think this year we're setting that up. 그거를 준비하고 있는 과정이니까. 근데 이제 그 확실한 거는 what's certain is I think the type of content is going to be very different from other teams. 되게 항상 이런 얘기를 하지만 그냥 좀 남다르게 좀 하지 않을까 저희가. 근데 이제 진짜 이번 앨범이 진짜 좀 기대되네요. 제가 유일하게 좀 기대되는.
저희도요.
기대하고 있어요. 진짜 기대하고 있어요.
That's good. So yeah, like as I was saying, I was just looking forward to this album quite a bit, and like I said, it's gonna be a different branch off of the Mardo verse, the Mardo universe, and it's gonna be an introduction to the character of Insanity. And yeah, it's gonna be very, very fun. Very fun.
It's due very soon in Indonesia
Yeah.
because the last time I saw you was February in Korea.
Oh yes.
So I really that you do so many festivals, and I think it's going to be really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, this year alone, Lola, Head in the Clouds, LA again, and Sound Syndicate. Yeah, and I think I have a few in Thailand and places like that. I think after this year, so starting from next year as well, I think I'm gonna do a lot more shows in Korea as well. 한국에서 좀 이제 곧 내년부터는 한국에서 좀 활동을 하지 않을까 좀.
너무
좋아요.
진짜 좋아요.
근데
오빠, 근데 저 오빠 보러 쿠알라룸푸르랑 방콕 가요.
진짜 좋다.
네.
저 자카르타
한국에서
좋아.
오빠 보러 외국으로 다 나가고 있어 지금.
진짜 절대.
한국 스케줄이 없어서
너무
지금
좋다.
다 해외.
드리머들 다 같이 지금 해외 페스티벌 가려고.
너무 좋아.
맞아요. 그래서 이거 스페이스도 사실 한국 드리머들 영어 공부하려고
좋다.
좀 영어에 익숙해지려고 해외 드리머분들이랑 같이 대화하고 그런
아,
자리예요,
너무
사실.
좋다. 아, 진짜 좋다. Wow. So she was just saying, she made this space for like Korean dreamers and a lot of international dreamers to kind of connect. In this space. I think that's brilliant because I think I haven't done a lot of shows in Korea. Well, I haven't done a lot of shows, period, other than tour. I think this year is like the first time we've kind of really started opening our doors to like shows, festivals, and stuff like that. And that's why I think during the midst of all these performances, I think preparing an album on top of that is definitely schedule 좀 it's 장난인데 it's crazy but it's worth it.
오빠가
네.
건강하게 했으면 좋겠어요.
그렇죠. 저도
맞아요. 몸을 너무 혹사시키지 말고 잠 잘 자고.
쉴 때 좀 쉬세요.
그러니까 쉴 때 쉬어야 되는데
맞아요.
그거를 저 건강해요. 저 술도 안 먹고
제발.
가끔 술도 먹는데 술도 약간 로리 때문에 그래서 로리 로리 때문에 어쩔 수 없이 운동하게 되고 I always work out because of Lori. But yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to show you what we have next. You know, 다빈이도 이제 다빈이는 좀 이제 he's 좀 쉬고 있는데 근데 이제 같이 할 그게 너무 많아. It's gonna be a lot of fun, just big stuff. 우리 팀도 늘어났고, it's just crazy. It's just a lot of things. 와, 이번 연도 이 스케줄 보여주고 싶다. I really want to show you.
보여주세요.
I really want to show you guys.
척할게요.
Yeah, I really want to show you guys the our timeline right now, our schedule, what we have in store. Man, if only. I'm such a like I can't I can't wait. I like to like just spoil here and there, but the amount that I'm spoiling, it doesn't even come close to what it actually is. So it like frustrates me. 진짜 여기서 노래를 틀어야 되나 봐요. 장난.
5초만이라도 5초만.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. But 여기 들리나? 혼나겠다 이렇게.
잘 들어볼게요.
I think we can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Also, I hope you guys like go on tour sometime next year, soon in the States and everything.
Thank you. Absolutely.
지금 꿈꾸는 것 같아요.
지금 제가
dreamer잖아요.
마이크 지금 다 끄고 이한님만 마이크 켜실까요? 다시?
저요? 어떻게 뭐 노래 드릴까요?
아니 그냥 진행하셔도 될 것 같아요. 네네.
아니요 자 뭐가 있지? Let's see. 일단은 how many songs do you want this album to be?
A lot of songs. 오빠, please.
다.
Okay.
I want to also, please.
Okay, wrong question.
사실
네.
오빠 컴퓨터 휴지통까지 훔치고 싶을 정도로
네.
진짜 버리는 곡 없었으면 좋겠거든요.
오케이.
진짜 사운드 클라우드에라도 업로드.
사운드. 사운드.
칼리코 밴드.
그러니까 버릴 곡이면 사운드 클라우드에라도.
오케이. 제 친구도 그랬는데. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, like speaking of, we are going to launch another YouTube content channel.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's gonna be, we're gonna start a series, a YouTube series. 약간 좀 넷플릭스처럼 약간 좀 시리즈적인 거를 할 거예요. 근데 그게 참 재미있겠죠? 약간
저희 울까요?
울고 싶어요.
네,
울
우냐고요?
것 같아요.
지금 거의 울고
저희
있어요.
울까요?
네. 울 수도 있어요. Maybe. I don't know.
어떡해.
콘서트 때처럼 울어드릴게요.
맞아. 콘서트 갔어요. 저희 한국.
완전
당연히
가요.
가야죠. 아니,
당연하죠.
당연히.
오빠
그-
see you
우리
soon.
다들 VIP로
왜?
사진 찍고 왔지.
예. 진짜 the Korean concert, 와 그거 진짜 너무 너무
대박이었어.
재밌었죠.
근데
무대 때 그 번개 위에서 치는 그거 너무 좋았어요.
진짜.
맞아요.
That's good.
그 디테일이 진짜.
맞아요. 디테일. 그거 디테일 때문에 거의 당일날까지 약간 편집하고 있었어요. 그래서 저희가 그걸 하는데 준비하는데 거의 2주, 3주밖에 없어가지고 we only had 3 weeks to prepare for the Korean show. 그래서 거의 반 죽어가면서 하긴 했는데 그거 근데 딱 이제 사람들 앞에서 이제 에너지를 받고 그게 되더라고요. It's really good.
진짜 예술이었어.
진짜 다음 next one 그거 진짜 기대 엄청 해도 될 것 같아요. 진짜 다음 게 진짜 이제 알았어요. 이렇게 하면 되구나. So it was nice. It was nice.
And one thing that I want to point out,
Yeah.
the reason why I love your concert so much, because I watched your concert in Indonesia because I'm Indonesian, and
Yeah.
then the concert in Indonesia and in Korea was so different.
Yeah.
Like everything about it is different. The properties
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, everything is just so different. So
Right.
I really appreciate you. I can see your
Yeah.
effort on
Thank you.
preparing all stuff. So yeah, I really
Thank you.
appreciate. It was like a concert that I've ever been
Thank you.
into, and I went to
Thank you
a lot
so
of
much.
concerts.
Wow. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think the one of the big thing is the tour, the regime tour that we did. We didn't have I guess enough time or too much. I wasn't too much hands on with doing the production on that. It was amazing, by the way. It was so amazing, but I guess it wasn't really like what I would have like kind of done for our shows a lot. But Korea one was the one that I think me and my team kind of came together and really developed it, I guess, in our type of way, if that makes any sense. Which is probably why maybe a lot of you could kind of see like a little bit of difference. But I think from now on, we're definitely going to try to coordinate a lot of our shows and give a lot more time to it, just like the ones that we did in Korea. Just because I think it's, like I think a lot of people will just like that so much more. I have a couple of ideas that I want to do for like the shows itself, like concerts. I think we might even. Oh shit! Am I allowed to say this now? I feel like I'm saying a lot of things that I shouldn't be saying. But hey, fuck it. Screw it. Like I said, a lot of things that we want to do in regards to how we make and coordinate shows. Yeah, it's just it's super exciting. 진짜 무슨 말을 해야 될지 모르겠네.
그 질문 있으시대요.
네.
분유님이 세계관 관련 질문 있으시대요.
네.
아, 진짜 해도 될까요?
당연하죠.
아, 그 마이토 상태일 때는 왼쪽 눈에 하얀색 렌즈를 끼시고
네.
흑백 효과를 넣으시잖아요.
네네.
근데 그 피지컬 앨범에 보면은 그 홀로그램 부분이랑
네.
그 파트 1 썸네일에는
네.
오른쪽 눈이 빨갛게 되어 있고
네.
리본에서도
네.
느리게 보면은 순간적으로 눈이 빨갛게 되었다가
맞아요. 네.
다시 돌아가잖아요.
네네.
그거 의미를 좀 알고 싶어서.
그 디테일 캐치하셨네. 그 마이토가 원래 이제 마이토 세계관에서는 어디부터 시작했냐? 약간 타락 천사이잖아요, 마이토가. 근데
네.
그 천사였을 때, 그러니까 인세니티가 주어진 이게 세계관이 있는데 인세니티 세계관이 other side라고 불러요. 그래서 그 노블벨에서 들으면서 Welcome to the other side 이러잖아요.
네, 알아요.
그 other side가 이제 그 세계관의 이름인데 그 other side에서 사실 인세니티도 거기서 태어났고 인세니티가 첫 자이에요, 사실 원래. 근데 인세니티 이 이야기를 다 풀어나가네. 그 인세니티가 근데 거기서 이제 자기 심리적인 그 마인드에 들어가가지고 미쳐가는 거예요. 그게 인사니티 원래 이안이에요. 그래서 어떻게 보면 이안이 인사니티로 변해서 그래서 이제 그 뮤비 보면 Don't Go Insane 이 Insane의 이안이 있잖아요. 그 자가 이름들 그 약자가 그 인사니티가 이제 미쳐가면서 인사니티가 돼가지고 이제 거기 그 other side에서 이제 이름 없는 존재하지 않는 자들이 막 있어요. 근데 그 자들을 첫 자를 이제 도와줬다고 해야 되나? 아니면 데리고 와야 되겠다고 해야 되나? 그러니까 이 진짜 세계로 넘겨왔을 때가 마이토였어요. 근데 이 자들마다 그냥 데리고 오는 게 아니라 그러니까 그 스토리를 붙여줘요. 인세니티가 약간 제가 하는 것처럼. 근데 이제 마이토 같은 경우는 타락한 천사인데 그 타락하는 과정이 앨범이에요. 예를 들면 그 거꾸로인데 원래는 하얀색, 빨간색, 검정색 이렇게 내려가잖아요. 근데 저희는 이제 거꾸로 뒤집혀서 이제 그 어둠 속에서 이제 다시 하늘로 올라가는 이야기로 이제 풀어 나가는 건데 마이토가 항상 그 분노를 느낄 때 또한 사랑을 느낄 때 눈이 잠깐 빨개져요. 왜냐면 그게 이 앨범 자체가 이제 빨간색이었잖아요. 근데 그게 이제 중간 과정, 타락하는 과정을 뜻하는 건데 그 과정이 이제 과정에서 이제 그 신한테 분노를 그러니까 질투를 한 건데 그 인세니티한테. 그래서 그 질투에 약간 배신감과 사랑의 배신. 그러니까 사랑이 되게 빨간색의 표현을 많이 하잖아요. 그리고 분노도 빨간색. 앞에 그 표현이 있어요. 근데 그럴 때마다 이제 눈이 빨갛게 이제 뜨는 거예요. 그거를 다시 기억을 할 때마다. 아니면 뭔가 사랑 아니면 분노를 느낄 때. 그래서 이제 빨간색으로 그게 되는데 그 빨간색이 사실 그 중간에 있는 변해가는 과정. 마이토가 이제 항상 그 변했을 때 나오는 눈이에요. 근데 네, 그게 진짜로 그 뭐라 해야 되지? 약간 마이토의 찐 모습이라고 해야 되나? Red eye and white. 흰색 눈은 이 다음 앨범에 이게 설명이 나오긴 할 텐데 근데 흰색 눈은 인세니티의 첫 자로서 인세니티의 능력을 제일 많이 가져간 자라고 해야 되나? 그래서 이제 눈 한쪽이 하얗게 된 게 인세니티 같은 경우는 약간 인세인 미쳐가면서 둘 다 눈이 이제 사라진 거예요. 근데 other side에서는 그게 모든 세상이 다 보이는데 이 진짜 세계 약간 real world으로 나오면 이게 눈이 안 보이는 사람이 되는 거예요. 그래서 약간 잠깐 보였는지 모르겠지만 그 마이트 뮤비에 처음에 나왔을 때 Don't Go Insane 이게 글체가 이렇게 나왔을 때 잠깐 인세니티의 얼굴 모습이 보였을 거예요. 약간 얼굴 반짝거리면서 거리는. 근데 이제 일단은 약간 이 다음 EP가 좀 다 설명이 될 텐데 네 조금 딥하죠.
아니요, 너무 좋아요.
아니요, 이게 너무 필요했어요, 저희.
네.
제가 뮤비 해석을 조금 했었는데
네네.
지금 위에 아까처럼 달아놨거든요.
네.
해석을 했었는데
네.
이제 알려진 게 너무 없어서 좀
네.
힘들었었거든요.
죄송해요. 안 그래도
아니 괜찮아요.
네, 안 그래도 그것 때문에 저희가 maybe 약간 코믹 시리즈 낼 수도 있어요.
진짜 팔아주시나요? 잠시만, 그거를 팔아주시나요? 아니면 업로드를
네, 약간
하시나요?
업로드 겸 모르겠어요, 사실. 그거에 대해서는 어떻게 모르는데.
실물로 혹시 가능하시면 실물로 좀 판매. 저희 다 살 수 있거든요.
그래.
대신
맞아요.
그 앨범처럼
네.
수량 제한 그렇게 막 적게 말고
네.
좀 많이.
그니까요. 그거 그리고
저희 팬들
당연하죠.
앨범도 많이 없는 사람들도
그래요?
많고 진짜 수량이 너무 한국 수량이 너무 없어요.
이번에는 좀 넉넉하게 저희가 넣었어요, 오더를.
네네네.
So I was just explaining. 제가 영어로 또 다시 할게요, 이거. I was just explaining.
네네네.
좋아요.
So I was just explaining the question why Mida's eyes also turn red sometimes. But as I was explaining, so this next EP is a deep dive into, I guess, the character Insanity, Mr. Insanity. We don't really know too much about him other than he's the creator of actually this whole Midaverse. But essentially, Insanity is also the very first creation of himself, of Ian. In the word insanity, you can pull out the letters IAN, which is why in the first Mida movie you saw the text "Don't go insane." But this story pretty much, I guess, I don't know how much I should say, but just briefly, it just shows you the process of how insanity became insanity, how Ian turned insane, and led him to create his first creation, Mida. And and it didn't just end with that. He started creating different Ians in the image of himself. But the more he creates, the more insane he goes. So in this world that he's created, I'm going to show everyone, all the dreamers, what the other side looks like for the first time. 비주얼적으로. other side가 한국말로 뭐지? 다른 이게 한국말로는 잘 모르겠어요. other side가 뭔지. 근데 other side겠죠. 근데 이번 앨범에서는 뭔가 그 세계관을 처음으로 보여주는 EP일 거예요. So I think I'm gonna give a glimpse into what the other side looks like. I'm sure you heard it in No Blueberries. I keep saying welcome to the other side. I keep saying welcome, but it's an actual world where Ian first came across in his consciousness, and it unlocked a whole new world. But with every trip, every journey, he went a little bit more insane after he brought things back with him from the other side. And like I said, that first being Mito and the very story that we know. So each thing or each creation that he creates, he puts a story to it. Mito obviously being the story of the fallen angel, but also being his first creation. It took a huge part of insanity, hence, which is why Mito is believed to be the most powerful, I guess, creation of insanity. And then in just like in part one of the movie, we see Mito reflecting on his jealousy for insanity, all of insanity's other creations. Basically, like he liked to play favorites, and he got jealous, and jealousy turned into fury, and the betrayal of love, which is why it's red. And yeah, he kind of went to war with insanity. So insanity can't intervene. He can't just put an end to Mito. He has to. So through his creations, he has to come up with a way to fight against Mito. But Mito's mission is to, I guess, turn every Ian that insanity's created, like the one in So Beautiful, Scaredy Cat, Nerves, into a version of himself, not insanity. That's why in each of those music videos, it's actually insanity's creation of a story of an Ian, but Mito always comes in and infiltrates, infests, and intervenes and makes that Ian a version of himself. That's why in So Beautiful, he changes. No Blueberry changes, and it's so funny actually. No Blueberry is a timeline actually in the future. 이거 캐치 진짜 절대 이거는 아무도 못 캐치할 것 같은데, No Blueberries가 되게 많은 거를 노출한 스토리, 그러니까 이 세계관에서 많이 노출한 포인트들이 많아요. 근데 아직 사람들이 모르는 식으로 제가 해놔가지고, No Blueberries is actually quite an essential, I guess, point in the storyline. There's a lot of things that I've made connections with, especially DPR Live's universe. DPR Live 세계관이랑 되게 엮이는 포인트들이 많은데, 근데 아직 지금 얘기를 못 하겠어요. I can't say it. 근데 너무 하고 싶은데 얘기를 못 하겠어요. It's gonna be crazy. I think people don't know how twisted this gets into connecting everything. 근데 그건 확실히 말해줄게요. I'll say this for sure. Everything that we've put up, from Is Anybody Out There to Mito, everything is connected somehow. I'll just say that. 모든 게 다 연결이 돼 있어요. 근데 그 연결성을 이제 조금씩 풀어가면서 with every release you're gonna be like, oh wow, this is connected like this. 그러니까 타임라인을 지금 아무도 정확하게 이렇게 할 수는 없는 이유가 있어요. But it's going to be crazy. Once everyone realizes how the timeline works, it's gonna blow your minds. But as I was saying, so yes, this Insanity EP is essential to the Mitre storyline. And as I was saying before, I think we might even be looking into turning this into like a comic, showing a lot of details and a lot of descriptions into the lore, the world, things that come out of the world, and 또 참고로 약간 팝업 같은 것도 많이 할 것 같고,
죄송해요. 제가 잘못 눌러서 마이크 꺼졌어요.
아니요, 괜찮아요.
네, 죄송해요.
아니에요.
그 혹시
네.
팝업 말씀하시는 거예요?
네,
팝업?
팝업 스토어도 진짜 하고 싶고.
한국에서도
네,
한국에서도.
한국에서도 당연히 해야죠.
네.
감사합니다.
팬싸도 해주세요.
맞아요.
근데 사람들이 올래나?
아니,
아니 여기 있는 사람만 해도 지금 여러분 진정.
아니,
네.
저기 이한님 근데 진짜 정말 죄송한데
네.
한국 드리머들 진짜 엄청 많고
많아요.
그래요?
생각하시는 것보다 훨씬 많고요. 저희
네.
지금 좀 절망적인 게 오빠 행사가 단콘 이후로 지금 하나도 없었어가지고
맞아요.
그래서 저희 지금 다 해외 다 알아보고 나가는 거거든요. 기다리다 지쳐서 다 나가는 거예요.
진짜 열심히 기다리고 있어요.
맞아요. 그래서 저희 진짜 말도 안 통해서 그래서 영어로 스크립트 공부하고 네네.
진짜 너무 감사해요.
한국 스케줄 진짜 많이 해주세요. 저희가 진짜 일당백 다 할 테니까
네네.
제발.
열심히 다닐게요.
좋아요.
네.
너무 좋죠. 알겠어요. 그러면 그러니까 안 그래도 한국에서 좀 더 활동을 해야 되지 않나 하고 얘기를 하고 있긴 있었어요. 근데 뭐 팝업부터 해서 뭐 당연히 공연부터 해서 그러니까 많을 거예요. There's gonna be a lot more events, and you know, like later 나중에는 like later 저는 약간 이 세계관이 like later when this universe expands more, like after maybe more EPs, comics and 이제 어느 정도 이제 팬들이 이제 이 세계관에 푹 빠져 있을 때 저는 약간 그거를 좀 그런 걸 만들고 싶어요. 약간 박물관 같은 것처럼 해서 그 세트들을 다시.
저희
네네.
이미 빠져있어요.
우리 박물관 만들어줬으면 좋겠다는 얘기 며칠
진짜요?
전에 했었거든요.
이미 다 했었어요.
네, 그러면
그래서 지금 약간 소름이 돋는데.
그럼 네, 맞아요. 그래서 저는 그렇게 할 예정이에요. 약간 I'm thinking of I want to make like almost like a what do you call it? Like an exhibition museum type of thing for the DPR universe once we expand on it a little bit more and make it very like interactive. 약간 진짜 방 들어갔을 때 갑자기 막 비 오고 So Beautiful처럼 약간 좀 그런 식으로 저희가
Make sure you make it in
I
Indonesia.
agree, please.
Yeah.
Please, in Indonesia.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I'm planning. Like that's one of my bigger goals for DPR. It's creating like an immersive space where a lot of the fans could come and experience like not just our music videos but the storyline. You know, we're gonna look into a lot of things that we could sell. Like just 그 MD 같은 경우도 like the merchandise 더 이제 그걸 디벨롭ing 더 하고 있어요. 그러니까 그냥 뭐 regime 뭐 그러니까 뭔가 DPR적인 거보다는 you know like Mito MDs, 다비니's like is anybody out there MDs, 다비니 세계관도 진짜 펼치면 진짜 제 거보다 더 커요 심지어. 그래서 다비니도 Lives universe is huge, but we haven't tapped into that other than is anybody out there one. But I can for sure say, just like Mito is very real, Live also has his character development very soon. 그러니까 저희가 아는 홍다빈 이때까지 본 거랑 되게 다른 모습으로 많이 아마 돌아올 거고. Yeah, this is gonna be something big, you know, like I want to eventually create shows, just a lot of that's why we're starting a whole series on YouTube very soon. It's gonna be very fun. It's like I said, just a lot. There's a lot in store. 진짜 엄청난 것들이 진짜 많이 준비가 돼 있고, 사실 저희는 이거를 거의 몇 년 전부터 플래닝을 했어요. 근데 지금 거의 10분의 1밖에 못 와가지고 그게 좀 그건데, 저희는 이걸 평생 할 예정이어가지고, 이제 물론 저는 이제 할아버지가 돼서 뭐 마이토가 될 수는 없는데, 근데 그런 식으로 좀 더 그 스토리를 계속 풀어 나갈 수 있는 방법은 꼭 찾을 거예요. You know, so we're gonna look into like new talent later. You know, when I get too old and shit. So but yeah, this 근데 이거 진짜 너무 잘 만들으셨다.
저 하고 싶은 얘기
네네네네.
지금 얘기해 주신 게 다 그 세계관 얘기도 그렇고 박물관 얘기도 그렇고 되게 앞으로 어떤 거 할 거다라는 거 많이 얘기해 주셨잖아요.
네네.
근데 그게 다 저 드리머들이 되게 바라고 있었던 거랑
네.
많이 일치하는 부분이 엄청 많아가지고 되게 얘기 들으면서 감사함이 되게 많이 드는 것 같아요. 그래서
다행이다.
하고 싶은 말은
네.
진짜 너무 감사해요.
제가 감사하죠, 진짜. 저희 네.
네네, 말씀하세요.
저희가 너무 감사하죠. 저희가 감사하고, 그리고 되게 미안해요. 왜냐면 저희가 이거를 너무 그러니까 집착을 하다 보니까, 그러니까 사실 반면에 약간 팬들이 이게 웃긴 게, 저희가 이거 막 하면서 사실 팬들이 이렇게 좋아해 줄 줄은 몰랐어요. 그러니까 당연히 뭐 몇 명은 있을 거라는 생각을 했는데, 약간 그게 참 희한하죠. 약간 좀 그게 그러니까 저희가 항상 뭐 나가서 사실 이전에도 뭔가 뭐 그렇다고 막 저희가 행사 그런 프로모션 같은 것도 뭐 많이 하는 편도 아니었고, 하다 보니까 그걸 느끼질 못했나 봐요, 저희가. 그래서 이번에는 좀 다르게 해야 되겠다. 그러니까 이번엔 진짜로 include the fans, 팬들을 진짜 원하는 거를 줘야 되겠다. 그러니까 우리끼리만 이렇게 막 생각하고 하는 거보다는 그리고 뭐 낼 때 뭐 유튜브에만 잠깐 올리고 뭐 이런 게 조금 이제 좀 바뀌어야 된다고 생각을 해가지고, 제가 그래서 좀 더 활동적인 거, 그래서 뭐 이번 공연 같은 것도 막 더 많이 하고, 약간 이제부터 좀 많이 바뀔 거예요, 사실. 그래서 더 약간 저희 드리머분들이 원하는 거, 요청하는 거 막 올려주면 그거 저희가 다 보고 들을 거라서, So we're gonna, like I said, I'm planning to be a lot more immersive and inclusive of the dreamers and within our what we're doing. I've always wanted to do that. I feel like we've always missed our chance because we're so invested in creating and creating and creating, and we've kind of lost touch with what we really want to do for the dreamers. So I'm slowly changing that, but at a fast rate. And like I said, it's going to be a lot more events, a lot more things that people could enjoy. You know, even if you're not into the DPR universe, we're just going to put out a lot of things for just people to relate to and enjoy and have fun. And you know, it's 그 진짜 약간 딱 그거였던 것 같아요. 제가 진짜 저희 거에 너무 덕후여가지고 그거를 어떻게 하면 사람들도 더 덕후를 만들지 생각을 하게 된 것 같고, 약간 이 세계관이 뭐 사실 저희한테만 중요한 세계관이 아니라 뭔가 보는 사람, 시청하는 사람마다 좀 중요했으면 좋겠다고라는 생각이 들고, like we just want a lot of people to be able to, I guess, if they can relate to these characters that we create in this universe, and you know, and this expansively hopefully opens up new doors to how people perceive music, shows, cinematography. I think that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to expand the culture in a way where, you know, it's not just going to your favorite hip hop show or your favorite indie show. Even in the shows, we want to be inclusive of these I guess multiverse universe type of things, where you're going to go watch this new seasons, you know, like Cirque du Soleil, they have like a new season every time. Even if you don't know if there's a lore or not, you can still go and enjoy it because you know it's going to be intense, interesting, conceptual, because it's a circus, you know. We want to be a lot more open in regards to having people come and watch this, even if you're not a fan, because you just know it's going to be interesting. You know, I want to bring in the aspects that make Marvel movies so addictive. I want to bring in the liveliness of band music and musicals and theater, but then put a story to it. And now all of a sudden you're watching not just your favorite performer, but you're watching somebody's story unfold in front of you in a very theatrical, very cinematic way, where it becomes such a visual, like 8D type of experience. I don't know if that's a thing right now, but you know, and that's why in a lot of these things that what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build that gauge up through our universe, through these characters. So when you go see this show, it's like you're watching, for example, you get to see like Bruce Banner turn into the Incredible Hulk on stage. And you know, I think I want to give that experience to people where it's like, at the end of the day, these characters that you might so deeply fall into, at the end of the day, I think the underlying message is, I'm just like you. Like I'm not any different from everybody else. Maido's story is so essential because in a world, I feel like in an industry where a lot of people are trying to push perfection as a narrative, you know, you have to look a certain part. You can't talk about certain mental health issues or you know, struggles. But even if you do, I feel like some people put it in such a weird light. For me, I want to be as raw as possible while giving it a very powerful character. I think that's what we need more of. I feel like showing that imperfect is perfect is letting people be very comfortable in their skin. And I think the way I'm trying to angle this multiverse of the DPR verse, it's showing these characters that struggle with actual real problems, but like they're like, you know, somewhat of a superhero in their realm, supernatural, whatever. But they struggle with just problems like everyone else struggles with, and that gets the best of them. So I want to do that. That's why I want to keep developing this story. You know, you see a lot of it in you know, shows in Netflix and movies. But man, I've always wished and I've always wanted to bring that experience closer to people, you know, not just in movies. And, you know, I want to immerse them into, that's why I wanted to do the exhibitions and you know, later on, hopefully museums of these, recreate these sets, bring people in and show them what it's like. And, you know, later on, I want this to expand to different creatives where they're like, oh, maybe I can create my whole world, my law and everything based around my art, and it'll be okay. I think that speaks more volumes rather than me personally. I feel like that hits closer to anyone else's hearts than rather than, you know, talking about or chambering things that, you know, everyone hears about all the time. And that's fine as well. But I feel like for me personally, that's what I felt was lacking a lot in terms of just what we need right now in this scene. You know, I just feel like people are allowed. You know, because when I was in Korea, I realized people had a hard time being okay with letting themselves like open themselves like entirely up into their art, like being vulnerable is what I'm trying to say. But I feel like, man, if I show up with this character called Maido, and it for me it's super real, and it's super like more real than I think anyone can imagine. And you know, and you see me like I have all these scars and all that shit, but for me it's like this is as real as it gets. Like I don't want to like censor anything, you know. If anything, I want to like show that if you come out with like scars and, you know, you've made it out to the other end, I feel like you've survived. It's that's why I call them battle scars. But it's just, you know, it's something that everyone just struggles with anyway internally. And I feel like not enough, you know, once someone like that goes on the podium, it's either very it's hard to it's hard to acknowledge someone like that, or or vice versa. Someone like that usually gets very, I guess, they become less confident more as more and more time goes on because of, you know, just pressure, people saying things to them and whatnot. But you know, for me, I'm like, fuck that, man. For me, I just want to be me. But through that, why not show these versions of me in a more empowering way? You know, at the end of the day, the storyline of the fallen angel Mido, he's going back up to the light. But I can only release Mido 3 when I am personally able to go into the light. So that's why it's real. It's like it's as real as it gets. If I'm not ready to let myself be enlightened from this character, then I can't put out Mido 3 yet, you know. So it's again, I'm just putting it all out there. That is the direction that I'm trying to take DPR, and hopefully, and obviously, I'm going to be open to. It starts with me live, Cream, and all that, but it doesn't end with us. So after our run, yes, I am definitely going to pick up new artists. I am going to make their worlds because they are going to be allowed to do that, if that makes sense. I want to encourage that. I want to encourage people to really just tell everyone if they want to do art, if they want to share, if it's something about pushing the culture, then yeah, it starts with you. It doesn't start with a certain trend that you have to feel obliged to follow or pressured to, because if you don't do that, there's no other way to get the mass audiences to listen to you. It's so stimulating these days, you know. It's like everything's, if you just go on like Reels or YouTube, and you know, and you see these shorts, everyone's like putting stuff in everyone's face. Like you're walking down the street and everyone's like, hey man, what are you listening to? Or would you choose this or this, or like what would you do? Like, you know, it's such a stimulating, like everything's turning into such a stimulating role that I feel like it's so easy to lose yourself. And for me, it would be so detrimental to see just music, art, self-expression turn its toll into a way where everyone's like, oh, you know, just echo chambering everything else, because it's like it gets views and it gets like some type of cloud, and it gets, you know, it's hard to see that, I guess. For me, times are changing. I accept it. I get it, you know, but that doesn't mean I can't put my hand into it and be like, hey man, why don't we try doing something like this? So yeah, I mean, you know, I just kind of went on a rant there, but for me, that's why I think DPR's movement, in terms of how we're trying to do this, it's more than just our culture. It's more than just trying to pioneer what we're doing for just music. I want to do something for, I guess, people, if that makes sense, as future artists, whether that be painters, ballet dancers, just anything in general. Really, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. For me, it's really important. Like, it's just so much. It's big. It's so much bigger than just me. It's so, and you know, Live knows it too. He knows it's so much bigger than him. It's bigger than any of us in DPR. You know, I feel like the future is with the dreamers. That's why we always say, like, without you guys, it's just none of this is possible. Like, none of this. It's not just impossible. It's just, it doesn't make sense. Like, there's no reason for us to be doing this. You know, because you know, like, it's not like we conform to a life where, it's like we go out and we have fun, and even though I'm trying to do that a lot these days, but a little hard to do. But for me, it's I gotta get this universe, this DPR verse down first. I need to immerse you guys, at least to the point where I think it's okay for me to kind of be like, just kick back a little bit. Sorry, that's my dog, Lori.
왜
Lori.
Lori, 그러니까 어째요? So yeah, that's 그거 나중에 한국말 해석이 어떻게 되는지 모르겠지만 그게 저는 어쨌든 너무나 중요한 일이고 DPR도 너무 중요한 거고 드리머들이 있으니까 사실 저희가 있는 거죠. 그게 진짜 그건 팩트인 것 같고 그래서 사실 저희는 뭐 드리머들이 아니면 이걸 할 필요가 없어요. 저는 저희 팀이 다 그래요. 그러니까 저희는 뭐 유명해지기 위해서 해야 되겠다, 돈을 벌어야 돼서, 돈이 많아야 돼서 해야 되겠다, 이건 진짜 한 명도 그런 생각이 없어요. 물론 중요하긴 하죠. 근데 그게 목적이 아니니까, 그게 주가 아니니까. 안 그러면 저희가 뭐 이걸 해서 어느 정도 만족을 하겠죠. 근데 그게 항상 그게 아니니까 저는 진짜로 약간 진짜 이런 지금 방금 보여준 이런 책을 만들고, 그러니까 진짜 이런 것 때문에 해요. 저희는 사실. 그러니까 그게 진짜로 뭔가 저희를 통해서 뭔가 이거에 약간 뭔가 제 재미도 찾을 수도 있고, 사실 뭐 영감도 찾을 수도 있고, 그러니까 찾을 수 있는 게 어쨌든 자기의 표현에 관해서 좀 더 자신감을 준다면 그게 전부인 것 같아요. 왜냐면 한국도 특히나 그게 좀 많이 그러니까 옛날보다는 좀 많이 좋아지긴 했지만 좀 그게 아무래도 좀 사람들이 좀 튀면 조금 약간 부정을 하잖아요. 처음 이렇게 소화하려고 하는데 그게 좀 시간 걸리니까. 그래서 많이 튀지 않으려고 하는데, 근데 자기 색깔을 보여주면 튈 수밖에 없는, 사람이 다 다른데 당연히 튀죠. 근데 그게 튀는 게 꼭 굳이 그게 약간 눈이 가서 좀 불편해. 왜냐면 약간 좀 그런 인식이 어쨌든, 그리고 좀 튀면 약간 바로 뭔가 한국말로 모르지, 까먹었어요. 근데 아무튼 얘기하다가 까먹어요 저. 근데 아무튼 저는 그래가지고 앞으로 이제 곧 이렇게 팬들한테 업데이트를 좀 이런 식으로라도 좀 하고 싶고, I want to find ways to update fans. I want to open our doors. I want to show. I don't want to gatekeep anything. I just want to show. I want to tell people how we do it. It's absolutely important. So yeah, I'll leave it here. Just know, new album coming soon. You're gonna see a lot. This is just the beginning. I always say that, but I swear to God, this is just the beginning. This universe is just gonna be a lot bigger than you think, and we are going to find ways to bring that to you. A lot of different ways, so yeah, just 진짜 많이 와주세요. 진짜 그런 거 많이 하면
완전 가죠.
Christian, can I say something? I'm sorry, I just got
No,
here.
go ahead, please.
Before you go, I actually took off time out of work just to listen to you here.
Oh, thank you.
And
thank
then
you.
No, I really wanted to, and I want to thank Din for letting me speak as well. But I just wanted to say, I run this archive account,
Yeah, I love
for
it.
you
Yeah,
and the team,
yeah.
and I'm just really excited for everything. I know we don't know a lot, but I just want to extend like appreciation to you and the team for everything that you do, even in the times that you guys are quiet.
Yes.
You guys have such an effect
Thank you.
on all of us, and that's why we're all
Thank
here.
you. Thank you so much.
And so,
That means the world
yeah,
to
I
us.
just
Yeah, that really means the world to us. Yeah, because it's. I guess it's. We don't really. What I realized going on tour, I realized, man, we don't get out too much. Like that's the first thing. And then I think I always say this in every interview, but my favorite part of the tour, obviously being on stage and all that is great. But it's always after the shows where I get like a brief second or a couple of minutes in to listen to um, like you guys, so like whether that be on the way to the bus or if I run into someone randomly and just like what you said, what it does for them. I think for me that makes everything worth it. I think that's like kind of the reason why we do this, and I think that was my favorite part about going on tour, and that just kind of opened up a lot of ideas for us into how we want to be more inclusive and be more present with what we do to everyone. So I want to kind of open up a lot more of what we do and things like that, because I know we haven't really been too active in terms of that. So we expanded our team. We've got more people now to help with that, and I think it's gonna launch a lot of new contents, a lot of new information into the law, and you know, vice versa. I kind of want to say thank you to you and everyone out there for keeping this alive. Because for us, it's like we never imagined it to get this big. Honestly, we would just we would be even just satisfied just having changed just even one person's life for the better through what we do. And I know that's why at times we don't really. It's not really like, man, we're trying to like get famous. We're trying to like, man, we're trying to get money, and it was never about that. It just for none of us. The one great thing about our team is like we're no one's like that. No one is like that. Um, like for me, for the first 8 years of developing DPR, like I just like I found even up to like yeah like not I don't know I want to say like I want to say too not too long ago, but I would still struggle to find I'll sometimes have no money to eat. Like like just to be completely real. Even during the development of DPR, like even 8 years into DPR, I didn't. I had barely any money. So for me, I just never pried on that, and I think it's forever going to be that, because everything that comes in, it's like, man, now we can elevate this experience more and more and more, and now I have like a bigger dream of wanting to create bigger productions and these exhibitions, pop-ups, and these a lot of new lines for these new merchandise lines. And oh man, I wanted to just put so much more into our shows, so then when you guys come and watch it, and I don't only want it to blow you guys away, but I want you guys to leave with something that can potentially, I don't know, influence you or change you to do something with what you want to do, you know. So I think that's kind of like our goal here. And you know, through Mito and Insanity now, which is like, I'm not sure if some people heard, but this next EP, yes, is indeed about the deep dive into Insanity's world. And if you thought Mito's world was hectic or crazy, wait till you see the creator of Mito's world. So that should be fun, you know. And I won't spoil too much, but I'll leave it here. But thank you so much. And like I said, 너무 고맙고요. 진짜 진짜 이렇게 너무 시간을 너무 길게 빼서 진짜 너무 미안한데 이렇게 들어줘서 너무 고마워요.
오빠, 아직 하지 마요. 잠깐만. 가시기 전에 좀 시간이 바쁘시겠지만, 저희 한국 드리머들 뮤비 뜨면 0.2배속으로 돌려가면서 디테일 다 보고, 그 기반으로 세계관 해석하고, 파트 2나 한국 콘서트 DVD 뜨면 저희 영화관 대관에서 같이 상영회 하려고 계획 중이었거든요, 팬들끼리.
진짜요?
그만큼 저희 진심이고 한국 팬들 많다는 거 알아줬으면 좋겠어요. 그래서 저희 좀 주제 넘는 말일지도 모르지만 저희 스페이스 매주 월요일, 금요일, 토요일 한국 시간으로 저녁 10시에 있으니까 언제든 드리머들과의 소통이 필요하시면 시간 나실 때 진짜 뭐 1분, 10분 왔다 가셔도 상관없으니까 편하게 방문해 주셨으면 좋겠어요. 저희는 열려 있어요, 진짜.
좋아요. 너무 좋아요.
다 알아들으셨죠? 너무 빨리 얘기했네. 아무튼.
네네, 너무 좋아요. 근데 그렇게 해준다는 게 진짜 너무 좋네.
저희 영어 공부한다는 명목하에 맨날 DPR 행사나 막 이런 거 얘기하거든요. 그러니까 편하게 언제든 오셔서, 네.
진짜 너무 좋아요.
진짜 평범한 토픽 얘기할 때도 많은데, 그것보다 언제든 항상 마무리는 DPR 토크로 끝나거든요. 그러니까 저희 시간 되게 오래 해요. 원래 한국 시간 막 4시, 6시까지도 하고 하니까 언제든 편하게.
감사합니다.
네.
좋아요. 진짜 너무 좋아요. 진짜 뭐 세계관에서 막 이렇게 좀 궁금한 것들 뭐 있거나 뭐 이런 거면 진짜 계속 막 멘션으로만 아니면 뭔가 인스타 포스트로 이렇게 뜨면 제가 한번 설명을 해볼게요. 그리고 이런 약간 앨범 내고서도 좀 그런 토크 같은 거를 가질게요. 제가 그냥 이렇게 따로 해서 이제 그거를 좀 더 설명하거나 뭐 아니면 앞으로 뭐 이런 스케줄적인 거나 이런 거 해도 약간 공지 상황을 이제 올릴 생각이거든요. 그래서 저희 네. 깜짝 고마워요. Anyway, thank you.
감사해요.
지금 가셔야 되는 거예요, 시간이?
네네네. 지금 이제
네네네.
로리 산책시켜야 돼서.
저 이거 스페이스 들으면서 좀 하고 싶은 말이 좀 많아졌는데 좀 긴데 제가 빨리 말을 볼 테니까 들어주셨으면 좋겠어요. 오빠가 DPR이 되게 덕후 같은 그런 세계관이 있다고 이렇게 얘기를 많이 하셨잖아요. 근데 저희는 그런 깊은 그런 이야기랑 진실성 있는 그런 면들을 되게 응원하고 있고 그래서 드리머가 된 거고 그렇기 때문에 응원하는 사람들이 진짜 많거든요. 그래서 그거를 진짜 꼭 알아주시면 좋겠고 오빠가 DPR이 펼치고 싶은 이야기들이 많을 텐데 그게 얼마나 시간이 많이 오래 걸리든지 저희는 진짜 다 기다려줄 수 있으니까 그런 부분에서는 아무런 걱정 없이 진짜 하고 싶은 거 다 하셨으면 좋겠고
맞아요.
저희가 저도 그렇고 다른 분들도 그렇고 DPR을 통해서 되게 영감도 많이 얻고 좋은 영향을 많이 받는데 그런 입장이었는데 먼저 오빠가 드리머 덕분에 이런 걸 할 수 있다고 이렇게 되돌려서 얘기를 해준 게 되게 감동적이었거든요. 그래서 고맙다는 얘기도 하고 싶었고 그리고 팬들을 위한 이벤트 많이 있다고 얘기하신 것도 되게 지금까지는 그래도 약간 숨겨진 그런 것들이 많았고 되게 안 알려주셨던 것들이 많았잖아요.
네네.
그래서 저희는 사실 모르고 있었던 부분이 많은데
맞아요.
그거 이 오늘 스페이스를 듣고 그렇게 드림 모드를 많이 생각해 주는구나라는
진짜.
그런 생각이 들어서 되게 감사하기도 했고요. 그리고
네.
그 세계관도 좋고 이런 것들 다 좋지만
네.
진짜 저희가 바라는 거는 진짜 오라버니들이 되게 건강했으면 좋겠고
맞아요. 맞아요.
꼭 제발 행복하셨으면 좋겠거든요.
네.
그래서 꼭 건강이랑
네.
오라버니 본인의 행복을 최우선으로 생각하고 활동해 주셨으면 좋겠어요.
감사합니다. 요즘 너무 행복하거든요.
다행이에요.
다행이에요.
네.
행복해요.
시간 뺏어서 미안해요.
아니에요. 뭐 시간 뺏어.
행복해요.
아니에요. 진짜.
I want to say something.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I want to say you and your team is very genius. And I really love your music. Please keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your hard work.
Thank you.
And dreams love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's so sweet.
Love
we
you.
we love you guys so much. We just love seeing you guys
Yeah.
move in the direction that you are. Like, it just makes me so happy.
Thank you so much.
For
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
It makes me so happy for
Thank you
you.
so much. Like we're in it together.
Thank you.
Dreamers and us, I think we're one. So this is a journey together. I feel like for sure this is our journey together. And for me, I'm gonna do this forever. So thank you so much for being part of it. Like I said before, this is all for you guys. So I think now's the time to really show that. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we
Thank you.
also
감사합니다.
Can I ask
행복해요.
you? Maybe can ask if you release your album, please
Yeah.
produce a photo card, please.
Oh yeah. Don't worry.
Thank
This
you.
one
Oh my god.
we put a lot more orders in. Yeah. Of course.
Oh, Christian, one last
Yep.
thing before you go. Well, I just want to since there are other dreamers in here too,
Yep.
we're actually doing a DPR event in LA tomorrow.
Oh wow.
I mean,
Okay.
no pressure
Yep.
or anything nothing like that, but just for everyone to know, like, we're just getting together for a cup sleeve event at Bubble U, and the information is on my socials. So
Yep.
if any dreamers are in the LA area and want to get together tomorrow, it should be a lot of fun.
Okay. Cool. Wow. All right. Wow. Okay. Sick. All right. Cool. You heard that. So thank you so much.
But I just want to say, we love you,
Yes.
and we're just always here for
Thank
you.
you so much. I love you guys too.
Yeah. See you in
Absolutely.
see you in Indonesia, Kuala Lumpur, and Thailand, Opa.
Oh, I'll see you there.
Yeah. See you.
Yeah. Come to all our shows.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
One last thing.
Yep.
Just like what Kit Kat Nim said, I really love your view about the world, about life in general, and your view about music. And I just love the way you work, the way your team work, and yeah, just everything is felt very sincere, and not many artists can make me feel that way. So yeah,
Thank you.
I really
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's no other way to do it for us. There's no other way. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that everyone.
네, 진짜 기대 많이 하고 있고, 오빠 이제 시간 되셔서 가셔야 된다고 하셨으니까, 네, 일정 시간 더 뺏긴 좀 그럴 것 같은데, 다음번에는 꼭 아까 들려주신다던 미공개곡 꼭 들려주세요.
맞다. 오케이.
네, 잊으신 것 같아가지고, 저희 진짜 기다렸는데.
그래요? 오케이.
네.
알겠어요. 저 진짜
네.
로리 사진 한 장만 올려주세요.
로리 제가 안 그랬어요. 지금 로리 찾고 있는데. 로리야.
Just tell her Lori has a lot of fans.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys pretty soon.
Yeah.
저희가 더
그리고
고마워요.
이한님 그 한마디만 해도 될까요?
네네네.
그 여기 그 스페이스 위에
네.
그 뮤비 해석해 놓은 거 2개 있는데 이거 봐주셨으면 좋겠어요.
오케이. 한번 볼게요. 어디였지?
공유돼 있는 거 게시글 옆으로 넘기면 넘길 수 있거든요.
네네네.
저희 오빠 가셔도 스페이스 바로 안 끌 거니까
네네네.
산책하시고 오셔서도 좀 편하게 보셔도 될 것 같아요.
이거 한번 볼게요. 진짜.
네, 한국 드리머들 진짜 진심이거든요.
너무
네.
그리고 저희 한국 드리머들끼리 모여서
네.
저희 녹음 파일 보낸 거 있거든요.
네네네.
혹시 녹음 파일 보신 거 있으세요?
어떤 거요?
그 이메일로 보낸
녹음 파일요?
근데 이거 근데 이게 어떻게 되는 건지 모르겠는데 오빠랑 직접적으로 연결이 돼 있는 것 같지는 않더라고요. 그 무슨 오피셜에서 이제 해외분이 연락을 받으셔서 이제 응원하는 녹음 파일을 보내서 그거를 뭔가 하는 것 같았는데.
맞아요. 그거 맞아요. 그거 그거 받았구나. 맞아요. 그거 그걸로 만들기로 했어요, 저희가.
맞아요. 저희 한국 드리머들끼리 모여서 한 것도 있으니까. 네, 기회 되면.
당연하죠.
네네네. 네.
감사합니다.
진짜,
네, 고마워요.
활동 너무 응원하고, 오빠 일상으로, 돌아가셔도, 좀 더 계셨으면 좋겠는데, 시간 뺏기가 좀, 시간 많이 뺏어서 너무 죄송하고,
아니에요.
세계관에서 진짜 너무 기다리고 있을게요.
네, 고마워요.
새 앨범도 그렇고.
고마워요. 진짜 고마워요.
사랑해요.
사랑해요.
감사합니다.
한국 일상이에요. 한국 일상 많이.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything, 오빠. I love you.
I love you guys too. 이거 한 3초 줄까요?
밥 잘 챙겨 먹어요.
네네네.
밥 잘 챙겨 드세요.
Oh my god, thank you. It's spoiler.
네, 아무튼 여기까지 할게요. 바이.